So in terms of sports nutrition, I think you say that it's niche. I think, yes, it's actually in the UK at total level about a £650 million category. So it's massive. I think the traditional grocery sector's got about a 25% share of that. But what we're really seeing now is this move from sports nutrition into what I like to call, and my definition is active lifestyle nutrition. So we're seeing a real democratisation of healthier snacking in general. And, you still have what I would say the more serious end of sports nutrition, which is really based around kind of your everyday athlete. But what we're now seeing is this explosion into healthier snacking in general, of which high protein snacking is playing a key role. So it's growing at 26% year on year at the moment, and it's going to continue to grow at similar levels. And the key thing for that, and we call them life adventurers, they're not the people that want to get to the top of the mountain the fastest and work out how many calories they're burning. They're the people that want to get to the top of the mountain, enjoy the view, and actually it's about enjoying life and taking back control, because we all have very busy lives today. There's a lot of pressure on us, sort of mentally, physically, in terms of, our time poor days. So one of the few things that we have got control of is what we put into our bodies and what we do with the limited spare time that we've got. So this growth in active lifestyle nutrition, it's all about having good energy in, but it also means that you can have good energy out and you feel good about yourself, and whether it's physically or even mentally. And it's a really exciting space.
This category.
In the short term, we're seeing a massive explosion in what I would call kind of ready-to-eat bar formats. Everybody's coming up with a product. So there is a massive explosion of products out there. I think what we'll see, though, is a much more higher degree of professionalism come through in the industry. So you see a lot of talent moving into the sports nutrition, active lifestyle nutrition segment. And that's really important because it's such a fast-growing category. A lot of people don't actually know, well, one of the biggest barriers is actually people finding the products, people finding the formats that they want, and actually in educating retailers in terms of where to place it and how to manage the category. So in the short term, I see a much higher degree, and this is really from a Cymex perspective, where we're at, of wanting to bring a real category approach so that the category grows sustainably year on year, and it's not just about a race to the bottom. It's really important that we get sustainable growth. And looking at the metrics at the moment, by 2023, the UK grocery segment will probably more than double in size to about 250 million. If you put that into context, that's bigger than the entire popcorn category in the UK today. And we've seen the huge explosion there over the last 3-4 years. People looking to eat healthier, looking for different textures and flavours. And I guess the long-term growth of that will be in unlocking occasions. So, it's not just about a bar, it's about, flapjacks, it's about bite size, it's about multi-packs. It's about all of those vegan options, for example, and how you unlock the different occasions for the shopper throughout the day. So they've got a range of snacks. So on average, we actually snack 21 times a week. And actually, it's quite a challenge to balance that spectrum of snacking from indulgent one moment to healthy the other. So what we're seeing, as I say, is this massive shift of a fast-growing category coming in, and it will be mainstream in the future, for sure. In terms of where this category sits along the broader spectrum of total snacking, then it's really incremental, and that's really important. It's very easy for consumers to switch, but it's actually quite hard for them to buy products in addition to, and we know from the HIM research that about 48% of people that buy into protein snacks actually buy those in addition to other snacks. So absolutely, there's total impulse snacking, I think, is worth about 12 billion. It's huge. So, and people want that repertoire. I guess the role of this category is to come in and to grow the category incrementally with great tasting products, and taste is really important. So in previous years, a lot of protein products have probably been quite chalky. It was almost like a badge of honour to be able to get through one of those bars. Look at me, I'm big, I'm tough. Actually, taste is so critical nowadays. You're comparing yourself to all the other snacks that are out there in the category, and that's one of the areas with our Pro2Go range that we've really focused on. Taste has to be our number one priority. It's not something that you can compromise on. And then secondly, it is about the format, so making sure that you can can be complementary. So, if I have a coffee, do I have a product that I can have? Is it a cookie or a flapjack? If I want something that's vegan or vegetarian, do I want a raw bar? Or if I'm looking for something with higher protein content and actually that's gooey and a bit more indulgent, then we've got gooey bars. So it's being able to lock into those spaces, but bearing in mind that there's 21 snacking occasions out there, so this category can absolutely sit alongside, and if not, it absolutely leads the growth. It's one of the fastest snacking categories in the UK, and there's very few categories that are growing over 20% in total. So it's exciting times. In terms of Cymix and how it's responding, it's going through a real rapid evolution. So most people will know Cymix for their more more powdered sports side of our portfolio. So we've been in the UK since 2007, and it's always been about high quality powdered products. This move today in terms of snacking is really fundamental. It used to be mindless munching, it's now mindful munching, and 80% of snacking is actually done with purpose. So we've made the decision to actually create a standalone brand with Pro2Go, which is very much based around ready to eat, ready to drink formats, and really focused on protein packed or high protein packed snacks, really high quality taste, and with a range of different varieties and formats. We're investing £5 million this year. I'm sure we'll be investing £5 million next year and the year after, to make sure that we're actually driving not just education, but getting in front of the consumer, giving them a solution that ticks all of their checklist when it comes to healthier snacking.